You watch the best striker on the planet stand alone in the box for 90 minutes, and the ball never finds him. That is not an accident. It is a plan, built specifically to erase one man. And what happened to Erling Haaland in the World Cup quarterfinal against England explains something important about the football you play and the football you watch every weekend. Norway reached a major tournament for the first time in 26 years. Nobody expected much from them, but Haaland scored in every single match, knocked out Brazil with a brace in the round of 16, and suddenly a small Scandinavian nation was one win away from a World Cup semi-final. You have probably seen the clips, Norwegian fans lined up in their Viking row in the stands. It became one of the images of the tournament. Then Norway met England in Miami, and Thomas Tuchel's coaching staff did something nobody had managed in nearly 2 years. They did not try to stop Haaland with force. They stripped him of any reason to be on the pitch. How does that work? It is simple, really. A striker like Haaland exists for one moment, the run into space, meeting a pass in behind. Take away the passes and the player disappears, no matter how tall or how strong he is. England's midfield, and Elliot Anderson in particular, spent the whole night cutting off the passing lanes rather than marking the man himself. Anderson made more tackles and interceptions than anyone else on the pitch. The result? Over 105 minutes, Haaland touched the ball 21 times. For a player of his level, that is almost nothing. Less than most strikers manage in a single half of a normal club match. Have you ever noticed how in the biggest games, the best goal scorer suddenly disappears? It is rarely a coincidence. The Opta supercomputer had given England a 50% chance of winning in regulation. Norway just 25%. Not because Haaland was worse than Harry Kane, because England's defensive structure was built so that gap in quality would never show up. The first half still belonged to Norway. In the 36th minute, Andreas Schjelderup took a pass from Martin Odegaard and curled it into the far corner. Jordan Pickford reacted a half-second too late. Norway led. The stadium in Miami erupted into a Viking roar, but right before the break, Jude Bellingham equalized. Then, in extra time, Norway's goalkeeper failed to hold a shot from Morgan Rogers, and Bellingham was there again, first to the rebound. His second goal of the match, a brace that decided the game. Haaland was already off the pitch by then. Shortly before the second period of extra time, he went down, apparently with a leg injury. A player who had scored 7 goals in 4 straight matches at his debut, World Cup ended his tournament on the bench, watching his team's fate get decided without him. Here is the paradox worth remembering. Modern football is not really about who is stronger one against one. It is about who controls the space between players. VAR even chalked off a Norway goal in this match. A moment where Haaland pushed Elliot Anderson while contesting the ball was ruled a foul. One touch, one split-second call, and the entire momentum of the game shifts. That is exactly why coaches now spend more time coaching how to stop a pass than how to stop a shot. Because the shot is the last step. The real battle happens 20 seconds earlier. In the instant, a defender decides where to stand. Norway did not lose because their star was weak. They lost because their opponent understood something simple. You do not have to beat the best player in the world. You just have to make sure he never becomes part of the game. Norway's coach, Ståle Solbakken, said before the match that the entire country was watching, that nothing this big had ever happened for Norwegian football. This was not just a game. It was a test of whether a small football nation could handle the weight of a major tournament. And they passed almost every part of it, except for one detail nobody could have planned for. Haaland himself had told reporters before kickoff that Norway's chances of winning the tournament were really low and that all the pressure was on England. He was only wrong about one thing. The pressure really did land on England, and that is exactly why they played with so much discipline. Here is the thing worth sitting with. The higher the stakes, the less room football leaves for individual talent, and the more it rewards collective structure. One star cannot break a plan if the plan is built correctly. Not even a star riding a 14-game scoring streak for his national team, like Haaland was walking into that quarterfinal. So the next time you watch a match where the best forward on the pitch spends the whole night standing alone without the ball, don't assume he's playing badly. Assume someone across from him did their job perfectly.